just give it a little bit of time for people to start coming in. What's up, Maurice? What's up, Tom? Hey, John, Bruno, Protein. Good morning, guys. Odobeck, what's up? Morning. Kind of a slow gap day, huh? You know, we didn't really have much going into Friday afternoon into the close, and then there's really not much in terms of gappers this morning either. What's up, Ugly Trader? So, yeah, not a whole bunch going on. Wow, DSS just straight up dumped. That was crazy. Nice. That's cool. Lit going. So anyway, I'll just get started. It's going to be a shorter pre-market stream just because there's really not a whole lot. So there's only just like a couple that I'm interested in. But we got lit, LLIT. Yeah, Julian, exactly. Quiet Monday morning. It's crazy. I think it's just because like we going into elections, and people are probably kind of worried at this point. They don't really know kind of like what's going to happen, you know, which stocks are going to go, which stocks are not. They're probably kind of tied on money, like not tied on money, but they're like holding on to their money, not willing to use it, you know, kind of right now. But yeah, so here's lit. Again, LLIT, first thing I do, obviously reverse split a couple days ago or something like that last week, but merger news today. This you know, probably is not one of those that runs just because they're selling a lot into this. If you just go into the filings, but if you just look at the, you know, on this chart, you can kind of see that, you know, people who are expecting this to be a big, you know, low flow reverse stock split like runner, kind of got bagged pretty hard. You know, all the way up to 842, came back down to $5. You know, now just kind of ramping into VWAP, but you know, that's about it. You know, this is, you know, I actually just took a starter here, looking to add along into pops as we get lower. So, you know, I doubt this is going to be one of those big runners, but I mean, you just kind of use the levels and kind of play off the trade off price action. You know, don't get too biased, but the bias for me on this one is on to the short side. So those are my thoughts on lit. Then we got DSS. Pretty big drop, honestly, from the 650s down to the 560s. So dollar drop. It's pretty nuts. But this one, more or less, just kind of like a bag holder chart. You know, it's not really any kind of setup I like. You know, I mean, it's kind of into resistance here in the 6s and the 7s, and that's kind of where it topped out. 6, 7s, 8s. It's kind of where it topped out pre-market. We got some volume on this day here, gave it all back, you know, ran quite a bit, but then gave it all back. So all these kind of pops have been sold into, you know, started coming down the last several months. So, you know, my thinking is, you know, people now that are like stuck into any of these levels that were longs are, you know, most likely going to try to sell. Sure, it's a low float, you know. If this had held VWAP into the open, then yes, this could have gone dangerous and this could have gone to the long side. But you know, it failed, and so now it's a short trade. So really pops going to be sold into, and as you can see, 7 kind of where it topped out. And it's already traded 5 million volume. So I mean, not a lot in this market, but I mean, for the morning that it is today, which is slow and not much going on, 5 million is decent volume to be looking for a trade. If you know, if we had runners that were 300% that had 20 mil volume pre-market, then this I would not consider as, you know, a developed chart. But at this point on, you know, today, this is a fairly developed chart at this point. Let's see. And then I got and then YVR. I got some into these pops, and you know, the only reason I really actually shorted into this move here, kind of expecting the top, is because of the slow morning. You know, if we had runners that were over 100% with a lot of volume, then I would be very cautious and I wouldn't try to guess the top. But just because of how slow it is, you know, I decided to give it a shot, and it seems to be working well so far. But you can just see, I'm just more or less playing this as a gap and trap or bounce plus gap, kind of probably both, two patterns in one in a sense. I mean, not really like two patterns in one. It's kind of just how you see it. But I have like different indications of those two patterns, and they kind of line up a little bit. So you know, if those things line up well for me, then I'll be more convicted on that trade. But we can just see that on this day here, it gapped, ran, and gave it all back on what, almost 70 million volume. And this is kind of the first pop that it has since this day, which is likely to be sold into. So I was just looking into these levels of, you know, the 230s, 220s, 230s is a significant area. So that's why I took starters and then just added into the pops. My goal and what I'm expecting from this is this to come back down to like the 190s. Maybe I'll hold some sub 190s, kind of just, but we'll see how what the price action gives us. So that's really about it. Yeah, I really got nothing else. Let me see if, you know, anything else on scan. Nope. Let me see if there's any questions. Do you look for first red days on large caps via Snap? Everyone be watching. No, I do not. But for the sake of having a bunch of time right now, because I don't have anything else to talk about, I'll look into Snap. I mean, still front side. You can sort of consider this a first red day today, maybe, or like an overextended gap down situation for anticipating the first red day. But again, I don't know a whole lot. Like, you know, every time I've tried to trade large caps, it's either, you know, I get lucky and I think I know what I'm doing, then I try to do the same exact plan on the next one, and then it fails. So you guys saw JKS, that, you know, PTON, those things just keep on running. So who's to say this won't run another 50 bucks? You know, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure people who trade large caps know, but I'm just not the person to ask on, you know, what to do with this chart. I don't know. So sorry, I don't have an explanation or my thoughts. I don't have experience in large caps, so I'm not gonna try to give you guys my thought process applying small cap strategy to large cap. It just doesn't translate like that. But I mean, it's a cool chart, you know. It's up from 30 to 45s. You know, almost 100% move. So I mean, for a large cap, that's a large move. So who knows? Maybe you get a nice red day today. So I don't know. YVR. It's a big swipe. We'll see what happens here. Wow, that's actually, did not expect that. Let's see what this does right here. I'm gonna watch it for a sec here, just because I'm already in this one. Huge volume coming in. Just broke pre-market high. Did it just come out with news or something, or what? Or is this like a newsletter? I don't see anything saying. That's an interesting pop. That's random. It looks like either PR or a pump. Dun, dun, dun. Gotta keep an eye on this one. Okay, anyway, am I shorting Mark? No. No, I'm not. I was hoping for a gap up into maybe $2, but we didn't get that, so no. It was just on my watch. What's my opinion on LLIT filings? I already went over that. KNDI. It's only up 5%. So don't really care. Yeah, don't care. Yes, I'm short YVR, but I was not expecting this. So, in your 2 years of trading, did you always have small cap to trade, or does it get very dry sometimes for like months? It does get dry sometimes. For September, or end of August through September was very dry. And small caps, so yes. Okay, guys, I think that's it, really. I kind of went over everything that I was thinking. I'm gonna focus on this YVR chart now, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. Sorry, there's not really much else going on today. It's a slower day, so. All right, guys, peace. Have a good one.